The most liberating thought you will ever have is realizing that you are the common denominator. I get it, most people hear accountability and they immediately feel shame. But if the problem is always everyone else, then you're a victim, and victims don't have power. But if the problem is partly in you, you are the architect. And architects can change blueprints. In my own lonely chapter, I had to ask myself a brutal question. Why was I so attracted to people who couldn't take care of themselves? I realized that I was overfilling everyone else's cups because I was too afraid to look at how empty mine were. Today we're talking about how to stop abandoning yourself to save others, and why filling your own cups is the only way to change your frequency. If you have a history of being a fixer, then I'm sorry to say, but you're setting up a trap on the first meeting. You lead with your generosity, your cheerleading, and your emotional labor. You're overgiving from a place of deficit, trying to buy safety from being useful. Here's the cold hard truth. When you overfill someone else's cup to prove your worth, you aren't being kind. You're being manipulative. You're subconsciously trying to create some kind of debt because you don't believe you're enough by just existing. This dynamic attracts people who are looking for a host, not a partner. You really need to ask yourself, why am I investing so much in someone who hasn't even mastered the basics of their life? How are they even getting a foot in the door? Here is the core shift. Everything changes when you stop looking for someone to fill the voids you're already avoiding. Many of us are looking for a partner or a friend to be the security guard for our own nervous system, or the accountant for our self-worth. But when you start meeting your own needs, when you handle your own nervous system safety, your own discipline, and your own joy, your type changes overnight. You no longer need someone to complete you. You need someone who's already whole enough to walk beside you. A real equal partner. You stop being a reservoir for other people's trauma and start being a powerhouse for your own life. You don't need to be saved either. You just need to stop leaving yourself behind. You are not to blame for what happened to you, but you are 100% responsible for what you've become because of it. Taking accountability for what you drag into the room, your need to be needed, your hypervigilance, isn't about beating yourself up. It's about empowerment. It's about sovereignty. Once you realize and embrace that you are the gatekeeper of your own energy, the vampires have to find somewhere else to eat. You start to value your own peace more than someone else's potential. That is the moment that you're free, moving from survival into creating and building. So how do you stop the self-abandonment today? First, think about the half-full rule. Next time you meet up with someone, give 50% less than you usually do. Observe if they can show up and pull their weight without you carrying the vibe. Second, identify the void. What are you hoping someone else will give you? Is it security, validation, a sense of certainty that you're doing okay? Realize that if you can't provide that for yourself, you'll always be a hostage to someone else's opinion. Third, audit your yes. Look at the last person you made a commitment to that drained you. Did you say yes because you actually wanted to be there, or was it because you felt obligated? Ask yourself, are you showing up because you genuinely enjoy and feel fulfilled by the connection, or because you're afraid of the guilt of saying no? Obligation isn't intimacy, it's a hostage situation. Stop waiting for someone else to give you the security that you're currently refusing to give to yourself. You can't build a stable relationship or even a stable life on the foundation of self-abandonment. Accountability isn't a burden, and it's not optional. It's the moment you realize that the door wasn't locked from the outside. You were the one holding it shut. Stop being the fixer for everyone else and start being the architect for your own life. You don't need to be fixed or saved either. You just need to stop leaving yourself behind. Accountability can seem scary and intimidating, but it's the only way to real freedom. It's the only exit to get to detachment and being able to truly let go. There's so much coddling and gentle parenting and echo chambers online. Even if you're not ready to internalize this message today, I hope that it planted some seeds in you that one day will be able to grow. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.